Money.
Life ain't easy. We all need love. We all need hope to hold on to. Yeah. You get knocked down, don't stay on the ground. Life brings a storm. You sail right through if you're the one to help us. It's time to shine. This is it.
So, how long have you been in this area? Because you look like you are very familiar with everybody.
So I've been around
This area.
so I used to actually pastor the branch here.
Okay.
I did that for 3 years and then I went to school. Then I was transferred to the main branch.
Okay.
But I
You still keep in touch with this branch?
yeah. I'm just trying to see if I can remember. But I mean, so you're talking about almost 10 years.
This life ain't easy. We
This is the Apostolic Church,
Okay.
but they have better grounds.
Yes, so you take advantage of it. So these are children from the neighborhood. And I'm sure they know that something like this happens, so they show up
Yes.
without you calling for them.
Well, their leaders will call them
Uh-huh.
or remind them that it's happening.
Okay. So they come for breakfast on Saturdays, or it's every day?
No, it's Saturday.
It's just Saturdays.
And then we just teach them scripture. That's it. And then we have game.
Okay. They use this compound for the games.
Also, we're using in front of Sikkim, there's a park. So,
Okay.
you know, to play some more.
Football, you go there. Okay.
It's not just football. I don't know if you're familiar with Awana, but we have Awana.
Yes, I've heard about Awana, but I need to observe the games that, yeah. It's interesting. So on average, about how many kids every Saturday?
Maybe about 60.
Oh, wow.
60.
But they have to be of a certain age? Or you get the teenagers also coming in?
The teenagers don't like to hang out with the kids. So once they grow a little, then they just
They stop.
away. So I mean, it just means we need to target programs for them.
For
as
them,
well, right?
okay. I see. So maybe a brief introduction about what we do. It's a very new show. This will be our second project. It's the show is called This Is It. And when we say This Is It, we want to show the raw things or what people are doing as it is to help society. So we talk about societal issues. We talk about streetism. We talk about traffic. We talk about all kinds of vices that are going on that we sit back and have conversations about but do nothing about. So I took it upon myself to start talking about it, just socially, and then highlighting what people are doing to try and get kids off the street. Okay, so I started with Future of Africa, and then I spoke to David, and David said, you are also doing something very interesting in the slums of Accra. And when we highlight what you guys are doing, it brings awareness that people with excess money should help by supporting this in their own small way, even if it's 10 CDs, 20 CDs, not the big money, but the little that will be able to feed these kids on Saturday mornings, like what you're doing. It will go a long way to help to nurture these kids to be fed. We have presidents among these kids. We have ministers amongst them, And the foundation, once it's laid right, we'll be able to make the future a little better for the kids. And I like to concentrate on kids because I'm also a mother. And I know how difficult it is to take care of kids. Pastor
Second
Joe.
Corinthians 5:7.
Good morning.
Morning. It's a real pleasure to meet you.
Therefore, if
And,
any man be in
I've heard
Christ,
quite a bit about
he is
what
a new
you've been
creature.
doing,
All
but
things
this
are
time,
passed
This Is It
away.
decided to come out
Behold,
and actually
all
practically
things
see
are become
what you are doing to
new.
help the kids in this community. We've observed them memorizing Bible verses and, having tea and just having a good time sitting with each other. So I know that you belong to a group, a society, or a church. So can you talk to me about what you do?
Okay, so this is the Covenant Family Community Church.
Okay.
We're based in East Cantonments.
Okay.
Okay. Now, so what happened was that we had some ladies from our church who were doing evangelism, and they found at the Switchback Road, there's a place where they do the cane furniture.
Yes.
So they went there, started evangelizing, and they were linked to the Agoblushi Center here, where they actually take their raffia palm or cane or whatever it is. So the center was actually here. So when they came here, they realized that no, there was a huge need to evangelize the community.
Yes.
So then we started doing outreaches here.
Okay.
Initially, we tried to move them after they gave their lives to Christ to our church in East Cantonments, but there was a misfit there. So we decided that we needed to plant a mission or a ministry here
within their
try
community.
with them and to disciple them properly. So that's how come this church was there.
Okay. And did you get a lot of patronage? Like, did they accept you?
So, yes and no.
In everything, there will be challenges.
Yes. There are huge challenges. So, you realize that there were a number of people who possibly were Christians before and had come and had sort of lost touch with the faith, hadn't been to church.
Yes.
So, they, I think, responded quickly. But then, the real burden on our hearts was actually to reach the unreached, and there were so many of them here. And yes, we did have quite a huge harvest, but also so many people did not respond. I mean, so if I'm talking about an area that has maybe 50 to 80,000 people, and we barely reached maybe 100 and something. So
it's
we literally scratched the surface.
Baby steps. Baby steps.
Yeah,
but I believe that over time, how many years are we talking?
So it's about 10 years.
10 years.
That we started.
And I'm sure by now you're over 100.
Yes, we are.
So baby steps.
Yeah.
Baby steps to get there. Reaching out to children, how easy has it been to get their parents to, release them to come on a Saturday like this to...
Okay, so there's the story behind, maybe I should share, is that so when we started reaching out, there were a lot of youth that we targeted and that we brought in. And so over the period, discipling them was our focus.
Okay.
But let me say, I had a turnaround. I didn't really focus on the children for many years. Until I came into contact with Awana, and that sort of reshaped my thinking to see that a bit more focus on the children will yield more long-term results. So we started to fashion programs for the children, but initially it was just a youth-driven ministry. And we have some results which I'm sure we will share. But now our focus has been to give the kids a solid foundation. And the good thing is that, the parents are busy, they're traders.
They are out there looking for money,
they don't really mind.
And that is the problem, because leaving the kids at home to go and hustle for money, the kids get up to all kinds of mischief and get into trouble and bad influences.
And in this neighborhood, you don't need to look too far.
Exactly. So trouble lives by you. Trouble is your neighbor. But the thing is, I'm glad that you've been able to wrestle them around, and they are spending good time in good company, learning about Christ, learning about the Bible, and just learning, being with each other. So they have become friends. So when one is coming and the other is feeling reluctant, they pull them along that, come on, let's go. So that community spirit, and I think is in line with your ministry, because your church is a community church. So
And it's also good to know that this is not me doing this anymore.
Exactly.
There's a new pastor who's running the
Okay.
church,
Okay.
and there's a team, Auntie Linda and people.
Okay.
And they are not here, but the program is running
It's
because
running.
we've been able to disciple
Exactly.
some of our
I see some of the young men,
people
yes.
who are able to teach others also.
Yeah.
So that has been the goal, and I
Yeah.
think that we're getting somewhere. We're not there yet, but I think
I think you've done a great job. You've done a great job. I'm seeing the kids are very happy with each other, and there are some babies, and I'm sure these babies will grow to become the young, little boys and girls running around here too. Yeah, yeah. I want you to talk to me about Awana.
Okay.
What do they do?
So Awana stands for Approved Workmen Are Not Ashamed.
Approved workmen are not
So
ashamed.
it's actually an acronym, Awana.
Okay, Awana.
Now, Awana focuses on children and youth ministry. But our argument is that the church seems focused more on adults than children.
Exactly.
And yet children are the most open to the gospel. If you have a crusade, who shows up first? The kids show up first.
Yeah.
If you do an altar call, the kids respond first.
Yeah.
They are willing to learn, they are open to learn. So a lot of things you struggle to teach an adult, a child will
picks
get
it.
Exactly.
I
And
think-
yet most of our resources is
Channeled towards the adults.
so basically our calling, our direction is to try and reshape this focus.
Exactly.
So that we can spend more resources on children
And lay the
form them
good
well,
foundation,
lay that
yes,
foundation,
yes.
which will then translate into the results that we
Yeah. So Awana teaches them the Bible. I hear you have games.
Yes, strong Bible curriculum, but fun is at the center.
Yes.
You don't want to have children bored sitting down.
Exactly. No. They'll
trying
lose
to-
concentration fast. Yeah.
So we let
Okay.
them have a lot of fun.
So it's a fun-based
Fun-based,
learning
yeah.
program.
So we have what we call Awana games,
Okay.
that we use, and then we also try to use different interesting methods of teaching the scriptures, and just make it fun.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's basically.
I've heard about Awana. Haven't really associated myself, but today I think I would learn a little bit from what you do in Awana. What are some of the challenges that you face?
I mean, it comes back to the resources that are not available for the children.
Okay.
For instance, if someone was bereaved in a church, we would rally around and get
Exactly.
a lot of money
Yeah.
and
To
send. But the
yeah.
children ministry wants just water for the kids
Okay.
and
Basic things like
basic
water.
things, yeah. Or you need incentives like little
Crayons,
rewards, crayons,
Small
things.
notebooks, something they would write in or
And
play
there-
with.
There's none. So that is the general problem. So the statistics say that the average church spends 3% of its budget on children.
Three. Just three.
So if you have 100 CDs, 3 CDs goes to
To the children. Where does the rest go?
adults.
Who are full grown and
are
don't
not
need
even
any.
responsive. They are not learning
Yeah.
as much.
So it should be the
It
reverse.
should be the reverse. So it's really a resource problem, and
Okay.
But when you come to places like these, then you see that the challenges are even more because the
Yeah.
vices. I mean, these people are living. They're surrounded by prostitutes, they're
Drug
surrounded-
peddlers,
Exactly. They are surrounded
thieves.
by, and some of the people we worked with as youth have been on drugs, but
They're trying to get
yeah.
them back.
So I mean, those are huge challenges that are here. So again, resources or resource persons
Yeah.
to be able
Yeah.
to help in all these areas.
Yeah.
Sometimes we had to place them in schools, try to get them education programs, etc., etc.
So they're about to play games.
Yeah, so they're trying to say-
But it's a very interesting statistic, eh? Having just 3% for the kids, which is the foundation. So we are laying a very weak foundation, and the building will crumble in no time. So I think awareness must be created for the foundation to be stronger,
Strong foundation.
so that we can build a better block for our community. Because seriously, these kids, how much do they need? Water, food. I see you serve them some tea and bread.
So just
You
a little
know,
food,
just a little food.
nothing too.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be better, but they're
Yeah.
not asking for so much, and you want to be able to reward them when they
they're
doing
able to
well.
memorize
So
the
that
Bible.
shapes-
Yes.
it shapes their
And
thinking,
encourages them.
encourages
Yeah,
So
yeah,
a lot of motivation, things like that.
yeah.
Occasionally we'll have people who come and say, okay, I'm doing a clothing drive and I'm going to bring you guys clothing, or maybe it's time to go to school. we're
School,
gonna
get
bring
some
them
books, go back to
and
school
things.
stuff.
So
Yeah.
occasionally we get that,
But it's not regular. And you see, the most discouraging thing is that they come and experience some school bags and shoes, and it doesn't continue. So I think having a sustained means of taking care of these kids is critical. A bigger percentage should be allocated. So what is the church doing to try and reverse this trend? Are you doing some kind of awareness to the parents?
So a lot of what Awana does is advocacy to get top church decision makers to look at this paradigm and to change
See if they can shift it.
because they're the ones who make the decisions. A lot of times we find that they are not aware.
Exactly.
So once the awareness is created, we see a willingness for them to
Yes.
except that churches also tend to be a very, very bit closed up and reserved, so it's difficult to actually get access to be able to have discussions like that. But I think that platforms like yours
Yes.
will help just to share.
So as I'm sitting here, my mind is just going into overdrive because I need to create that. That is what the show is all about. To create awareness of the social issues that we are pushing under the carpet and not addressing. So yes, a lot of advocacy is going to happen. A lot of discussions is going to happen about it, and hopefully some shift will occur with time. And we hope that it will be sooner than later. Yeah, because I really am impressed about how the kids look. They are so engaged, so interested. If this continues, that's the foundation right there. I'm really impressed, and the participation of the youth leaders is also very interesting. Very interesting. And to think that this is where it is, in the middle of the hustle and bustle. I mean, the traffic coming here was unbelievable. Unbelievable. But in here, as people will say, in the bundus, there's a miracle happening. Yeah. It's God doing his thing. Where you don't expect, that's where the gem will shine. We thank God for what you're doing. I'm really grateful that I met you. I'll do all I can to promote this and make it, find resources that are sustainable, that will be able to transcend their generation to the next batch of kids that you'll be taking care of. We'll do our best. But God bless you for what you're doing. And thank you so much for opening up for us to come and highlight what you're doing. And we hope that good results will come out of it. So what's the concept of the game? And so you can overtake?
Yes,
Okay. Wow.
Are you ready? Yes. Are you ready? Yes.
Speed. Ayiko, Maya, so tell me your name.
I'm Steven.
Stephen. Justina. Juliana, that's my name, and Francis. And we welcome, what's your name?
My name is Paul.
Paul, okay. Moya de, ayiko, nyami insuramo. Maybe share the able to me, I have one color.
This is it. This is it. This is it.